Let's Talk Oculus is proudly sponsored by the good folks at Patreon. If you want to support the show, join us on patreon.com/playtestvr. What's up, Oculus nerds? Welcome back to Let's Talk Oculus, episode 50. We've hit the big 50. I'm joined by none other than the Burger King, shall I say, himself. What is up, Samson? How you doing?
Oh man, that brings me back to the time Burger King had the Xbox games. Oh God!
Wait, they had the
What a
Xbox
time.
games?
Yeah. Burger King put out some Xbox games. I don't know if you got them in like the not a Happy Meal, obviously, but whatever the meals were.
Mm-hmm.
It was way back in the day. One was like a Sneaky King. Honestly, I don't know that I played.
Wait, they were
them all,
actual like Burger King themed games. They weren't just like demo discs or anything.
Yeah, dude. They were. I mean, I wouldn't call them fully fledged games, so to say. You know, they ain't AAA, but
still,
yeah, they were games that you could put into your Xbox and kill some time with. Yeah,
man, I miss those days. The days of the demo disc and the magazine and such. You know,
yeah,
those are the good old days.
For sure.
Burger King. What do you think a Burger King VR game would be?
Yeah, the fact that they done it before, maybe they do it again. I don't know.
Yeah, boxed in a Happy Meal, a digital code.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Wendy's verse. Wendy's got like a room.
That's true.
Yeah,
they have it. Yeah, that's true. In Horizon.
Right? Yeah. I'm sure there's some in VR chat too. Actually, I think I've been to a Burger King in VR chat.
Yeah. Nice. Back to Burger Chat. We'll have a separate podcast for Burger Chat. Anyway, we have a fun show for you guys today. We've got we're celebrating our 50th episode. To do so, we'll be ranking our top 10 VR games. Maybe not the top official list, but our favorite 10 games. We also have a huge giveaway. We have 14 game codes to give away, which include Forever Bowl, Forever Darts, Synth Riders, and Bocce Time. So big shout out to Hey Falcon from Synth Riders, Anthony from Bocce Time, and Lauren from Forever. I guess just for the Forever series.
Forever VR.
That's like Forever.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Because I got cornhole. Yeah, thanks for providing the codes. It's really nice to join us in the celebration. Actually, speaking about celebrations, just a shout out to Synth Riders. They just had their 4th year anniversary, and they've added 2 free songs to their library, so you can go check them out. Man, Synth Riders been around for 4 years.
It's wild.
4 years. Yeah, that is wild. To enter the giveaway, let's tell you all that up front. Real simple. There's 2 ways to do it. You can either join our Discord. That's it. You can just jump into our Discord. People are already in the Discord. You're already entered. Or if you don't have Discord or don't want to join our Discord for some reason, just comment on the YouTube version of the podcast with your favorite VR game. Would love to know. And if you do both, I'll count it as 2 entries. How about that?
And while you're commenting, feel free to like and subscribe.
Yeah, and share it with all your friends and family and sisters and cats and dogs and such.
Yeah. Well, what did they say? What did the YouTubers say? Smash that like button.
Smash it. Yeah, smash it. And give it a thumbs up.
Oh, and the bell. Hit that bell too if you want the notifications and all that jazz.
I've never hit the bell. Never hit it once.
I'm not a bell guy.
I'm not a bell guy. I'm a Taco Bell guy. I'm not a bell. I'm not a bell guy.
God. I am not. That's instant diarrhea.
Yeah. I've never had a Taco Bell in North America, to be honest. I've only had it in the UK. Slightly overrated, I think. Anyway. Just a little bit of housekeeping. All those links will be in the description below. And if you really love us, we do have a Patreon at patreon.com/playtestvr, where you could throw us $1, which will pay for my flight. And I'm gonna quickly elaborate on that, Samson, because I haven't told you. So I just came back from Toronto. I got a flight cancelled, and they rescheduled me for a week later. Not the day later, not the 2 days later, a week later.
Extra week in Toronto.
So I was doing the math, and I was like, okay, I cannot afford to spend a week in Toronto because Toronto's very expensive, especially right now to stay there. So I had to buy a Canadian $1,000 ticket to get back to Vancouver. And it was devastating.
You should have just Ubered.
That's like I think a 20-day Uber or something.
Just straight across the whole of Canada.
It's the whole of Canada.
Really get to know that driver.
Yeah. Maybe he probably hit the jackpot. He's like, oh yeah, I wanted to go to Vancouver. Let me cancel my flight. I've got an Uber. But yeah, I'm joking anyway. Yeah, terrible times yesterday. But yeah, we got the Patreon. We got all the links below. Happy 50th. Happy 50th. I can't believe we got to 50. Thanks to everyone who supported us, all the patrons, everyone in the Discord. I can't name them all because there's quite a lot now. Everyone on Twitter, all the guests that we've had. Samson, do you want to say any speech to maybe your mom or dad?
Just big thank yous. Big thank yous to everybody. We could put the patrons' names on the YouTube, like flash them.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll flash them here and here. Boom.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. Okay, let's stop waffling on about our 50th and let's get into the top 10 VR games chosen by us. These are the top 10. If you don't get these, you don't know what you're doing.
Wait. Before we get into it, I want to talk about what I played this week because I did something a little special. I visited an old friend of mine who has a couple children, 3 and a 6-year-old, and we played some Walkabout. And mostly played with the 6-year-old, obviously. And the way he just like picked it up so incredibly well. And we made sure to take a break, right? Because like kid's 6-year-old. Yeah, we were like, dude, you might get like sick, like it's VR. He's like, I'm not sick. Let's keep playing. I want to keep playing. And so we took like a break, came back, played again, and it was pretty fun. I took him into practice mode.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just had him, he knows his numbers. So he'd be like, all right, I'm going to 6. And he'd go to 6. I'd follow him there. And then I'd sort of guide him to where the hole was if it was hard to find.
Yeah.
And
he picked up the controls like the teleport or smooth. How
yeah. So my friend's got a huge basement. So he did a lot of walking, but sometimes he'd end up walking into a wall or whatever. So I'd kind of grab him and be like, hey, I'm going to move you. I'd move him into the middle, and then I'd be like, all right, hit this button, and it'll go take you to your ball automatically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he could teleport with the thumb too. And he mostly got it. And then the 3-year-old, we put him in, and he was able to finally hit the ball. Yeah, I don't know that he hit it in at all, but yeah, he hit the ball. But one thing was extra funny. Obviously the kid is the height of a 6-year-old, so his avatar, his head was just really, really low to the ground, and he would hold the club like really close to the
club's
ball.
Like so short.
So his club's like this big, and his head's like a foot over the ground. It's just it was really funny.
That's really funny.
But yeah. It's going to blow his mind next time we try to play and I'm not in the same room as him. He's like, what? You can do that? He's like, yeah, man. The power of the internet.
Wow. This kid's going to go far. This could be the developer in the future. Who knows?
Oh, dude. Wow. Imagine. I was playing like PS1 at his age, if that.
6 years old? Yeah, I was PS1. Or N64. No, yeah, PS1. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. But
and then...
Amazing. Wait, how did you get the headset on a 3-year-old? Like, is it?
My friend has this OG, the original strap, and he just would tighten it.
Oh, and then it was okay. You could see through it.
Yeah, really I can't imagine everything was in focus for him. I was saying to my friend, it was like his eyes are so close together, but I mean, it worked.
But at least he got to hit the ball. That's quite nice.
Yeah. He was only in like under 5 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah.
He just wanted to try when he saw his brother was playing.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That is really that is a special story. A 6-year-old. I mean, I don't think Meta would condone that because they're like 13 or above and don't play outside and such. But still, that's really cool because that's his like first intro in VR. I remember my first intro in VR, and I was probably 24 or something.
Exactly.
So exactly. Wow.
And then so I did that, and then the last 2 days, as I've been a little sick, I was trying out some hand tracking in Cubism and Chess Club. And that's about it.
Nice. No, solid. I didn't play anything because I was in Toronto and then stuck in Toronto, as you just heard.
Watching the baseball.
Also, the one problem as well as in VR in my house is that it's so hot. The house is like a greenhouse. We've had a heat wave over here on the West Coast, and I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it was like 33, 34 degrees.
Yeah, it's very hot.
30. I need to check that degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit, just because we have a lot of American listeners. 91. It was 91, 92 Fahrenheit, and it's just not a nice thing to do playing with the headset on. So yeah, I'm hoping it's be cooler. Even with the fans, it's still difficult. So
you got air conditioning out there?
No. Like we only get this hot once a year for like 4 weeks tops. So it rains a lot here, so it's not an AC needed place. But yeah, I can't even get a portable AC because the windows. Yeah, it's a me problem. But yeah, maybe we need to rent out a room just to play some VR.
Bunch of fans, just a bunch of fans.
It's just a bunch of fans just circulating that warm, humid air and just going around. But yeah,
dehumidifier, that does help, I find.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard. So I might
cut down the humidity. Yeah.
So any dehumidifier to jump on the headset just to, off the face. But no. But hopefully it cools down like in the next couple of days and I can hop into some VR. Maybe hop into one of these games. Let's go. The top 10 VR games.
Great segue.
The top 10 VR games. All right. So how we're gonna do this is me and Samson are gonna kind of take turns, go one by one, kind of explain what we prefer. There's obviously going to be some games on the list that are going to be on your list and not on our list, or the opposite way around. So definitely,
it's very personal. Definitely a personal list.
Definitely personal. I feel like most of you listening, especially the Discord and the patrons, will probably get most of these because they'll
definitely know my number one. But yeah,
they probably know as well. All right, how about let's start with number 10. Samson, you start off first. What is your number? Well, I guess you didn't really number them, right?
Yeah, I didn't necessarily number them, but it's easy for me to pick a top 3. So the bottom 7-ish, I'll try to go in this order, but it is what it is.
Sure.
So my first one off the bat is a PC VR title called Edge of Nowhere. This is an old title. It's in fact a 3 Degrees of Freedom game. Use an Xbox controller, which is part of what I love about it. Mm-hmm. Sort of plays like oh gosh, I guess like Uncharted or something like this. You control the guy and you're going through. Love the story, love the gameplay. It's about 5-6 hours long, and it just looks beautiful.
Is this third person?
Yeah, third person.
Nice. But you're like the camera above him.
You control basically the camera. You can look around and whatnot. Wow.
Because there's like hardly any third person games. So it's pretty unique about this game.
Yeah, that's part of why I put it on this list. If you got a PC, I recommend checking it out. And certainly if you get it's probably full price because they never put their PC VR games on sale. So if you ever get the Oculus 30, I recommend the 30% off. I recommend if you have the PC to use it on one of the PC VR games.
Yeah, it's only $20 on Rift, so it's not bad. It's not bad. But nice choice. I have not played this, but that's from Insomniac Games, who made Spider-Man. Currently making Spider-Man on PS5 and PS4. So it's amazing. Yeah,
there you go. They might have a PS5 Spider-Man.
Could that game come to PS5 or maybe a sequel? Who knows? Okay. My number 10. So I did rank them, but my number 10 is actually not a game. It's Tribe XR. It's Tribe XR, which is the DJ learning experience kind of game thing, right? Tribe XR, we had I can't remember which the guest. It's been so long, but we had a guest from Tribe XR come on to the show. He was in New York. I remember that way back. I feel like episode maybe 18 or 17. We've done 50 of them now. There's so many. But yeah, that game, should I just say, is fantastic. Now I've done a bit of DJing in the past, and I do like electronic music, and it does a great job of teaching you. So for people who know about DJ, they have these Pioneer CDJs who are like the best decks that you can buy, or the industry standard decks. If you go to a club, you go to a bar, they've probably got these Pioneer, CDJs. But they have 2 or up to 4, and it works really, really well in VR. It works super well, controlling all the little knobs and all the like the volume sliders, selecting your tracks. Everything works really well. But the great thing is that they have tutorials, and the DJ sits next to you and he's like playing, but then you're looking over his shoulder as he's playing, and then you get to mess around. And I've spent hours in this game just playing around. Just playing around with music that I probably don't even listen to, some of the like inbuilt tracks, but it's just fun to try and mix it all together.
Do you put your own tracks in as well?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. You can preload your Quest and put your own tracks. And they use TribeXR for like these VR chat parties. Our friend of the show, Gina, hosts a lot of those parties in VR chat, and they go through TribeXR DJs as well, and that's what they use as their platform. And you can pay a little extra to get extra skins, extra nights, but you can invite people into your space and just do some DJing. Is way cheaper. Those decks cost like over $2,000, and if you want to like learn a DJ, you're still spending $100+ on some decent decks. So the fact that you can learn through there, and I've heard a lot of people who have learned through there and actually become like DJs for bars and such, because the skills translate so well, because it's a great one-to-one experience. So I mean, I'm not that far into it, I don't play it that much, but every time I do play it, I just get lost in it. So I would say TribeXR is my number 10.
All right, number 9, another PC VR title, Lone Echo. AAA VR, floating around, the movement so natural for VR, just pushing off, no gravity, very beautiful, solving those puzzles, plot's great, and sometimes just like admiring space. But yeah, Lone Echo.
It's a nice. Did you finish Lone Echo 1 or not?
I got probably 3/4 of the way through before I got stuck, and then I must have moved or something. But yeah, I did put a good amount of hours into that one.
Nice.
There are not that many games that I finish, I'll be honest, which is why I put Edge of Nowhere, because I actually finished that one too.
I was about to say, my list, I've probably got like 4 or 5 story games in there. I've not finished one of them, but I've played a big chunk, but I'm not playing one.
It's actually the last of my plot games, I'll be honest.
Last of your plot games. Well,
yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I agree with you though, because I remember playing that game quite a bit when I did have PC VR set up. And what I really liked about that game was that I could sit down, because you can just sit down and just move across, and the traversals are amazing in it, and it's so clever. And Red Matters has some sort of like traversal kind of like that, but this just does it excellently. And I'm kind of sad that I don't have a PC VR to play number 2, because I feel like that's just as good.
And that they never brought the first one to the Quest.
To the Quest. Yeah. I thought that was always going to happen, but hey, maybe Quest 3, or maybe they just didn't have the time.
Yeah.
Just didn't have the time. But it's so beautiful in the PC VR.
They've given up. I've heard that there's a few like bugs in the second one that they just have not at all. They released it and have never touched it since.
Wow, interesting. It did come out a little bit. It did come out a little bit weird how it just came out and there was hardly any like marketing to it. Especially for their like flagship game and probably their last game to come out on a PC VR.
Yeah, I was going to say the only marketing that I saw was, this is the last PC VR game from Oculus.
It's like, okay, never mind. Nice. Yeah, good pick. All right, my number 9 is, I feel like this is going to be quite high on your list. Is Synth Riders. It's my number 9. Reason why it's like a lower on the list is because I haven't messed around with the custom songs, and I feel like that's where a lot of fun could be had. I blame myself.
So easy.
I know it's so easy. I blame my Quest for that, my 64 gig Quest. But no, Synth Riders, what can I say, is so much fun. It's always like as a fitness game, it's excellent. Like it's excellent. It's obviously just a rhythm game, but the fitness aspect of it is so much fun. And a lot of their songs I do like, and we compare it to Beat Saber quite a lot on the show. And I just like the songs, even just the standard songs a lot more. The what was it? Is it Electro Wave? Or yeah,
Yeah,
Electro Wave
that's a good one.
pack is really, really good. The Caravan,
Mm-hmm.
is it Caravan Club?
Yeah,
Caravan
Caravan
Place?
Palace.
Palace, yeah, Caravan Palace. Another excellent set. The fact that they have when they bring out like music packs from actual artists, the fact they have these experiences, which I know they only do it for one out of the 4 or 5 songs, but still, it's just a nice. You're playing in a like a Windows music player type of experience, right? That's what I feel like when I'm playing it. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's like an interactive music video, and you're in it. And I feel like from my experience, I know Samson, you're like way better than me, but I feel like my experience is that it's easier to like get really good, and when you get better and better, like I remember moving from medium and hard and doing some, was it master level the next one or extreme?
Expert and then master. Yeah.
Expert. I know I can do some songs in expert. I can't do every song in expert, but everything kind of makes sense when you're going in there. Like all the I don't know what the items that you have to touch, like the balls and such, all come naturally. Where something like Beat Saber, I feel like when you go on to the hardest level, it's just so freaking fast. They just like up the tempo on top when people can do it, but I feel like Synth Rider still captures the same magic at medium and hard and expert. You know, it still captures the same game. It doesn't just change the game completely. And yeah, I love it. And you know, this is not influenced by my list, but the folks at Synth Riders, the people I spoke to, how Hey Falcon and forgot the other person's name, so I'm just gonna say Falcon is they're just excellent to work with too. So
Is it
yeah.
Whirl? Whirl?
No.
Okay.
It begins with P. Oh, it's
Okay.
not Pascal. It begins with P. But yeah, that's mine. Number 9 is Synthwriters.
All right. Numero ocho. The ocho. I'm
That's
gonna go
excellent
with.
Spanish.
Yeah. Gonna go with Rec Room.
Mm.
Now, admittedly, I've not explored all Rec Room has to offer, but all I need is some paintball because I suck at first-person shooters. And honestly, I almost put Hyper Dash on my list because it's also pretty arcadey.
Mm.
But Rec Room's just easier and quicker to just pick up and play, and there isn't like a huge talent gap of like
Yeah.
anybody can hop in and play paintball, and you're once you understand like the map, I guess, and like what to do, you're gonna be golden.
Mm.
Um, is some good times to be had there, especially if you gather up some friends. In fact, we have to get a Rec Room paintball game with like
We
8
do.
people
We do.
from our Discord.
I was
That
about to
needs to
say, I
happen.
was like, I can't believe I
It
still
needs
haven't
to
played
happen.
this game.
Yeah,
And
it needs to happen.
yeah, we got to sort out some Rec Room Paintball. If you want to play Rec Room Paintball, join our Discord. But
Yeah.
is there just one map, or is there many
No,
different?
no, there's I wouldn't go so far as to say there's many, but I think there's at least 4 or 5, I believe.
Yeah,
And I actually haven't played in a month or two, so maybe there are more.
maybe there are more. Yeah, man. The fact that I feel like your choice is not Rec Room, it's the Rec Room Paintball. It's like that specific. Is that
Well, no, I've had fun in there's like a story mode jumbotron. There's a few like
right?
where there are levels type of deal, and I had fun doing that. I think it's jumbotron. Recommend
Mm,
that too. Um, and I know there's a pirate, I think, themed one. I haven't played that one, but yeah,
fair enough. Have
it's got a lot in there.
you ever made your own levels in Rec Room?
No,
Oh
no, I have
no.
not. But my friend's kid has, I believe, and I've not played the level. Uh, and I should. She's asked me to a few times. Uh, but yeah, um I'm not it just doesn't interest me
The
to
creative side.
spend my time doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Rec Room paintball. No, I think that's a great shout. I feel like we have to play with the Discord. You set it up to 8 people. It's like 4v4.
Yeah, it's 4-on-4. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, nice. Yeah, we'll have to make it happen. Celebrate our 50th with some paintball action. Sweet, sweet.
It's
Okay,
like
so
a company outing or something.
number 8 for me is Thrill of the Fight. Thrill of the Fight. Another game that I play a lot for fitness. Thrill of the Fight's excellent, man. I still can't believe it's $10, and once again, it's another game like Synth Riders. It's been out for a long, long time.
And the second one's been rumored for a long time, no?
So the second one has been confirmed. It's just not going to be this year. They try to get it done by the end of the year, but they're now looking at early 2023, Q1, Q2 2023, the first half rather. That would have been easier to say than Q1, Q2. But Thrill of the Fight is excellent. It's a game that it tests you a lot because the difficulty levels are very difficult. They get harder and harder and harder and harder. And I still haven't really got through every single fighter because I get stuck at this one. There's one Mexican fighter, I can't remember his name, but it's just very difficult to beat. But every time after I've done 3 rounds of boxing, I'm sweating. I'm absolutely sweating. I'm sweating as much as I'm sweating now being in this really hot room, you know. It's a really good workout. Obviously, you need the space. You can kind of manipulate your zone, your guardian zone, to kind of make the ring a little bit smaller and such. So you just stand in one place. So you can make it work. I've made it work in this tiny room that I have. But still, you want to kind of clear some objects, I would say.
Yeah.
Not ideal. You're always a bit worried. It's not like Gorn style where you're gonna break anything, but you are, a little bit worried. It works really well. It's decent with the VR weights. If you have a hand strap, I feel like the hand strap is really good for this game. Because you're not holding on to the controllers too tightly. But yeah, it's an excellent game. There's a ton of customization options. There's like a gym area. It's not as
haptic support as well.
It has haptic support. I've looked into that. It's just too damn expensive. But you can get the faceplate and you can get like hand vibrations, hand haptics, which I feel like will be awesome. And maybe the plate might be a little bit too warm, but I feel like it'd be awesome. It's not as polished as Creed. Don't get me wrong. It's not as polished as Creed, but it plays way better. And it's only $10. So Thrill of the Fight, 100%. If you have some decent room to play it, then I would highly recommend. It's a really fun fitness title, shall I say.
Solid fitness. That game destroys my shoulders when I play it.
Yeah, it is sometimes I wish there was like a little tutorial of how to punch because I'm like I don't know how to punch.
It's also I think like the punching nothing, so you like I end up going too far probably than like
full
what's
extension.
Normal.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Very
I think
solid.
Some YouTube tutorials and shadowboxing might help us both out.
I watched some YouTuber, VR Cauldron, I think, who played without shoes, and he gave himself like a really bad. I don't know if it was like shin splints or something, but he like because he didn't have any support in his feet, and he kept like
going back and forth.
It wasn't great. Yeah,
I mean the boxer shoes are high tops to support those ankles. So
exactly.
Wow, interesting. All right,
numero 7. One of the newer games, in fact, the newest game on my list, Kayak VR.
Wow, nice.
This game is just so incredible. You notice that I go for the beauty and just relaxing.
Well, that's why you've got that beauty graphics card, you've got
you can just chill out in the most scenic of scenic places.
Mm-hmm.
And you can discover various animals. I mean, or if you're like a competitive freak, you can do time trial. Sure. I don't take part.
Have you tried it in a bathtub?
I'm just here to relax.
For the full immersion?
No. Nor have I like hooked my controllers up to a stick. but for some reason you start in like a swimming pool. That's where like the main menu is. You're just a kayak in a swimming pool. And for some reason, whenever I get put in this, I like my brain takes me back to YMCA swim lessons when I was like a kid, and I could just smell chlorine in the air all of a sudden. It's like the weirdest thing. It is
That is really weird.
the weirdest thing.
Yeah. But is
Gosh.
it what like because I've not played it. Does it have any like levels or anything, or is it just like the time trial or just relaxing kayaking?
So there are. It's not like a level 1, level 2, level 3, etc. But there are various levels, if you will, like Antarctica or Norway. Forget.
Also like
where.
different areas essentially.
Yeah. I think Australia is one of them.
Nice. Nice. Is it pretty photorealistic, right?
Dude.
It's
bonkers.
I feel like
because it's like when VR can control your perspective, they can really push everything because they know you're not going to be like looking at it from various angles.
Yeah.
So the lighting, the shadows, and just like the rock, like everything just looks so real. It's wild. And gray like water physics too.
All the energy of that game is put into the actual visuals of it, but because there's not much I guess the physics isn't needed too much. I feel like that's a game to really show off is it the 3090 graphics card?
Dude, I got a 3080. It pushes my thing to, like I can't actually. There's a pixel density slider.
Yeah.
And I tried putting it all the way to the max, and then it just killed my frame rate.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, kayak. Is it called Kayak VR? Or...
Yes. Yeah. Maybe Kayak. Hold on. Let me
kayak.
Pull up.
The kayak.
It is Kayak VR : Mirage.
Nice. Because it's like a mirage that you just kayak.
Yeah.
But I feel like. Wait, hold on. How does the controls work if you're not holding the rod?
You basically are just like
you're just doing that motion. Okay, fair enough. Like you're on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah, fair enough. You got to get a rod. You laugh, but I feel like you're missing out right there.
Yeah.
It's like the people who play Flight Simulator, but you need what is it, the Haas or the Hoth or whatever. Oh, you've got let's go. Proper controller. See, full immersion right there. Samson just showed his stick basically on camera. For the audio version.
It's actually called the Thrustmaster. My nickname in college.
No, I'm not sure which one you're referring to anymore. My number 7 is another game that I haven't finished and I really got to because the second one's coming out soon, and that's Red Matter. Red Matter is one of the nicest games I've ever played. And you're talking about the kayak. This is obviously only on Quest. And it's beautiful. And Red Matter 2 showed some footage the other day. And it looks phenomenal. And there's Quest footage as well.
Just wild.
It's wild what they do in that game. It's really wild. I would love to see like a behind the scenes or a developer interview on how they get how to get a look. Is just they must be doing some really clever things with the backgrounds and such. But yeah, Red Matter 1 is excellent. It is one of the OG games for the Quest. I only picked it up this year, I want to say, or maybe late last year, maybe this year. But so good. The controls are so intuitive. The puzzle solving is not too difficult from how far I've got to. It feels like it could be a horror game at times, but there's no real horror at all. It just you're just in a space station.
No jump scares. Yeah.
No, it's nothing like that. I would say if people don't like horror, like yourself, I guess, I would say don't worry about this game at all. You're fine. But it feels very eerie at times because you are alone in a space station. The controls are perfect for anyone new to VR because your hands mimic the controllers. So everything, you look down and you're looking at the controller essentially. It's like your hands, but it's like you're looking at the controller. there's not much else I need to say about this game. It's just that it's frequently on sale, especially because of the new game, and I highly recommend it. It's a really relaxing game too, because you can sit down. I always play this seated. I always sit in the living room or something, have it on seated. There's not much bending down on the floor unless you drop some items, but that's it. And you're just floating across. They have the teleport system, but the way you just bounce over to the teleport area, rather than just dart forward, is just so good because it's so immersive. You're like, okay, this is how exactly it would be if I was in space and in the space station. Or I guess it's on like Mars space station, but yeah. Excellent game, Red Matter. Have you played Red Matter? Or
No, not yet.
are you thinking of maybe playing it before the second
Oh yeah,
one? Or...
it's in the library.
Yeah, nice.
When I was trying to compile this list, actually, I went through all my games on the PC and my Quest library, and I was just like, oh my god, this is such a backlog. I was like, oh man, I gotta play more of this. I gotta play more of this and more of that. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. All right, give us your number 6.
Numero 6. All right, here we are.
Says.
Yeah, seis. There you go. I don't know.
I don't know which one's French
I never
or
took Spanish.
I took both, and I always get them mixed up. So that could be bad.
I took the very useful Latin.
You took Latin,
and I couldn't. Yeah, and I couldn't even tell you what it is in Latin now.
No.
I can only remember like the weird mnemonics that I came up with, like what was nom for, and the word nom means for.
Wow. You played that game in like expert level right there. You could have chose an easier language. Like Spanish, I would say is easy. French maybe medium, and you went straight into expert.
I cheated because I took Latin in middle school, like twice a week or something. My middle school did it. So then when I got to high school, they were like, "What do you want to take?" I was like, "Well, I already know some Latin, so I'll just retake Latin 1 here."
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I always look to those bilingual people in that class and be like, come on, your mom's Spanish, of course you know Spanish.
Well, a lot of my bilingual friends who speak Spanish and or like French, they can understand it, but they can't write it, and they can only read it if they read it out loud to themselves.
Right. I see.
Yeah.
Fair enough,
it's very different aspects. Anyway, getting back to it, here we are. Deism. I never knew how to pronounce this game, but this game is
PC VR, right?
No, well, it's on both, I believe.
I've
mostly just played on the Quest. But you just zone out and you build an entire civilization, start from the Stone Age, and it just builds into the future right in front. You just get lost becoming a god. You defend against some random fires come up. There's some aliens come abduct you, not you, but you are the god. Your civilization, your people. Yeah. Exactly. And you're just building different civilizations. It's amazing.
This is on App Lab, just for people who are trying to search. I've actually not seen this game, and you talk about it so highly.
Oh, it was one of the first games I played, because when I first got into VR, there were a bunch of YouTubers, or a few, that were playing this game for some reason. I think it's an old like Rift game or something. That's why. And the developer is very active, constantly updating it.
Yeah.
And I've killed my headset battery more than once playing this one, just getting lost. This is prior to me getting the VR power battery.
Yeah.
I didn't play for 10 hours.
No, that's really cool.
It's not very expensive either.
I like how the genre is fantasy violence and comic mischief. Comic mischief. I'm all good with comic mischief. When you were explaining that game at the start, I thought it was like Age of Empires, where you just build your world from scratch and then you continue.
Oh man, no RTSs out there.
Yeah, Age of Empires, excellent. That would be sick. Actually, I don't know how it works in VR. I just want everything in VR. But sweet, Deism, App Lab, $15, and it's got 734 5-star ratings. So it says quite a lot.
Pretty good.
That is pretty good. Yeah, sweet. Is it multiplayer? Is there like a multiplayer aspect of it?
No, just you and
No.
your civilization. Yeah.
Okay. That'd be. I wonder if the multiplayer could come and you could just invade other people's civilizations. Be like
I,
god
I
battles.
I don't think it's on. I don't think it's on the horizon.
This is speaking from someone who has no idea what this game is, apart from your brief explanation. Um, sweet,
It
sweet.
does because I like that so much. I do like I own little cities. I just have not hopped into it yet, but I do like city builders, and
Yeah.
it's sort of in that vein, if you will.
Do you prefer the more like casual, like little cities rather than actual proper simulation cities VR?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
much
yeah,
more
yeah.
about
The
cash.
casual,
I'm a
casual.
cash guy.
Yeah. Filthy casual. Number six, I would say is chess club for me. Chess club. Um, I can feel like a lot of relaxing games that we're playing on putting on here. I like the fact that chess club is hand tracking. That's a big thing that I really love about it because I can just put the controllers away and all I'm doing is just picking a piece and it's just nice. You're free to kind of do what you not do you want, but it's just nice to just have your hand tracking. And hand tracking works well because there's not much that it does. Chess Club is I want to say I wish I had people who I knew, like from friends and such, who would play this game because I feel like it's a great pastime. I mean, I love chess, so I wish more people had this game so I could play it. But I have actually not played it since it's got the new hand tracking update with the 2.0. But I feel like it'll be even better. But yeah, you can play against friends. I don't know how much the game is. I feel like it's like $15 and such. But yeah, I just wish there was more environments. I think there's only three. There's the
Hmm.
normal one, and then there's a couple other ones like the Stonehenge. I forget. But the other ones, it's cool because they have like pieces that do the action, which is really cool. So they're interactive. So if you take over, say, the queen would like try and fight the other piece, and then obviously it will lose. And I think that's just a really good aspect. It's a little bit slow. I wish you could speed it up sometimes. You know, it'd be nice. Every time you move a piece, it takes a while. So it's not
Especially
the like
especially the night.
yeah, yeah. It's better. The ones on like the Stonehenge and such, where they have interactive pieces, they move hella slow, and sometimes it's like, okay, just give me a two times on this or 1.5, which would be nice. But it is what it is. Hopefully one day that will come. But yeah, chess club. Not much else to say about it. Chess club, I just like it's just a relaxing game. Another sit down game. I think I have three that I sit down at this game now, and it's just lovely. Yeah, chess
Yeah,
club.
it reminds me. I used to play this game that came out in 1993 called Star Wars Chess, and I played on the
Okay,
computer, and it had the similar, like
same thing.
they would battle or whatever. Great, probably, and that must have been one of the first video games I ever played.
Oh man, I'm just looking at on online now. Star Wars chess. Oh, that's wicked. Yeah, they have the 3D characters.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Um, 1993. Wow, wow. All right. Yeah, after you. So we've done our bottom five rather. I guess we'll pause when you get to your top three, and then we can do some honorable mentions. But what is your number five?
numero five, Cinco. There we go.
Hey,
Uh, VR chat. Uh, I mean, I guess they're going through some stuff right now with their
I mean they have a movie
EAC or
out.
whatever. But yes, the movie. I watched it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, uh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
considering what
yeah,
it was
exactly.
all
You can,
filmed and done in VR
yeah,
chat. Is mental.
there's some interesting aspects to it, I thought, and there were a couple parts that like in the very beginning, they're in a car and they're struggling to like close the door, and I was like, I have experienced this. I have experienced this. Is like three of them trying to help them close the door. It's like this is pretty funny.
Is it like a documentary about VR chat
Yeah,
or
basically they just interview
mm,
a few different people, and one's like a belly dance teacher in VR.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
No,
And
there's a couple in there, I guess, that's doing long distance. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched the trailer and I noticed that.
But yeah, it's like early internet VR chat, and it's, copyright infringement be damned, they got it all.
Yeah, it's early metaverse right there.
Yeah, and grab a friend or two and just world hop away. I do like to look up what were like cool worlds outside of being in VR chat to know what I'm about to hop into.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even if you just hop in, you can explore. I try to avoid like the really, really popular packed rooms, just because those are mostly the ones that are going to be spammed and or like hit with somebody trying to crash
Just
a room.
harassment and all that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can make private instances very easily and all that jazz.
That's nice. That's nice. Any favorite world or mode like you had with Rec Room Paintball? Any standouts for VR chat?
I've really enjoyed it. There's like a Super Monkey Ball world, if you
Nice.
will.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite worlds is just ridiculous, I guess, but it's a duck pond. It's like a little island, and
Right.
there's a bunch of ducks there, and there's like a picnic table and things like this, and there's bread and watermelon and apples, and you can feed the ducks.
Very good. What we've just seen here is that you love your relaxing VR titles. You want to, it's been a busy day. Let's escape and let's
100%.
just either kayak around or let's feed the ducks.
I've realized that I really love simple games. I spent 3 hours today. I took the day off from work, so I didn't work, but I played. There's a new game that just came out called Mark's Magnificent Marble Maze, which is just like a marble maze, and another one's called Unpacking.
Yeah,
and that's like a point and click game where you're literally just unpacking this person's like like boxes and putting the things around in their proper place, and just get lost, just relaxing. There's no real pressure. I'm not gonna die. No. I guess the marble maze you can like fail and times get frustrated at times if you don't know where something goes.
You're not playing something like After the Fall though. It's not you're not
often,
getting chased by.
I'll more likely to play those games socially, like if I have a friend or two to join. But like if I'm playing a game alone, I like something a bit more casual.
No, I feel like that. I mean, most of my list is quite similar to that too. And I think it relates to also flat screen games. I think a lot of people like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, some of the puzzle games like Portal or The Witness or such, like just more chilled out, unless they're socializing, right? And they're playing like Call of Duty or whatever. But no one's playing the single player for that. All right, cool. Number 5 for me is once again not a game, it's Supernatural. Supernatural is, I mean, I spoke about it quite a lot when I did have the membership. I've actually not had the membership for like 2 months because I've been out the country. And it doesn't work in Europe yet. Or it doesn't work in the UK at least. But no, Supernatural is great. It's really good. It's a really easy way to work out. You put it on, the songs are great. There's a really good selection in terms of, I just want to do a 10-minute blast or a 5-minute blast or 15. And it's so easy to pick up. There's boxing, which is really good. And there's Beat Saber essentially, which the Beat Saber part of it is called Flow, works way better than Beat Saber on the Quest version. Like it tracks great. It's not perfect, but it tracks pretty well. But you're not really playing it to be perfect in that sense. It's more just to get a workout. I'm always sweating. It's just a really good fun. And it really makes me want to, when I put it on, it feels like I'm not working out. I know me and you, I think, are a bit different on this, but for me, it feels like I'm not working out and I want to play I don't want to do another 20-minute session or something, even though I'm just like dripping with sweat. But
it's solely really because of how much I love Synth Riders, and it almost kind of feels like it. So I'm just like, I just want this to be Synth Riders.
Yeah. That's fair. You do love Synth Riders, which I'm sure is coming up later on in your list. But no, the trainers are great. The The environments are beautiful. Even in the quest, it's just beautiful. They're like photorealistic and such. Especially we've got some places that I've shown in British Columbia where I live, and I'm like, where the hell is this? Why haven't I should go? I was actually thinking I was in Banff, Alberta, Canada, and Lake Louise is like one of the most picturesque lakes in the world. And I was there a few weeks ago, and I was like, I wonder if I could. It would be a cool YouTube video to me to play synthesizers in the
In
environment,
the
but with the headset on, just in the
yeah,
exact same spot. I think that'd be quite funny. But they always have it just over the water. But it'd still be quite funny to do. But yeah, Supernatural. It's expensive, but not relatively compared to like gym memberships. But I do pay for a gym membership, so sometimes it can be expensive because I think it's $20 a month or something like that. Or if you suck it in to get the training mat, it's fine, it pays for itself. But
yeah, right. I do use that mat all the time. So.
the mat does look pretty good to be fair. But yeah, I would highly recommend it to be honest. It's expensive though, but I would recommend it if you want a fun, good workout.
I use the mat for my synth riders, and I do also like
The supernatural, yeah, I
yeah,
can see it. You can see it. Yeah,
it's
that's
pretty
true.
good.
If you get a rubber faceplate when you sign up for the first time, and it's really good for Thrill of the Fight, for synth riders, for any like sweaty games. It's really good. Much better than the VR cover, like the leather and such.
Yeah.
All right,
All right. Ooh,
number 4.
Jinx, tell me a Coke. Number 4, my last PCVR title on my list. And you can also play this one 2D if you so desire, and that is Flight Simulator.
Mm.
Another incredibly beautiful, relaxing game. I do suck at landing, but you don't need to land. So
You don't need to
whatever.
land.
You
No.
just take in the sights of various locations that you've never been to or that you have been to. Who knows? The other day I flew in the rain, and just seeing the rain droplets hit the window, and then like it hit like the front of the window, and then like if you're driving a car, it just
Just
like
goes
goes.
backwards. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was surreal. And just
That's
incredible.
amazing.
Just incredible.
That's so amazing. I heard you went to Hawaii
Yeah, I did. I
recently.
did. Flew around
Yeah.
Hawaii. That's where I hit the rain.
That's where you hit the rain in Hawaii. Wow. Wow. Yeah, and you've got what is it called? The Hodas?
Yeah.
The Hodas,
Otis the Thrustmaster, I guess, is its name for some reason.
yeah. And so you just need that, right? You don't need anything else to play the game. Your headset, Thrustmaster.
So I've got the joystick, and then I've got like the
the thing, the
a throttle,
acceleration.
if you will.
Yeah.
And then I do have pedals, but my desk situation isn't ideal for the
do
pedals
they have
right
pedals to fly a plane?
now. Oh yeah, that's how you turn.
That's how
kinda.
you. Oh yeah. I can't remember how you call it. I know people are the pilots or people who know about airplanes on the podcast. Like, what? Of course they have pedals. But yeah, I guess just turn left and right. I forgot what the freaking. I've done aerodynamics at university, and I still can't remember what the. I should know these things. It's been too long. But is it easy to pick up? Because obviously it's a simulator game where I'd have thought you have to learn quite a bit. But is there like a arcade style mode where it's just simplified?
I'll be honest. There's only like 4 planes I really fly, so I have not. I assume when you start trying to fly other planes, like that's where the
gets difficult.
Yeah, it could get more difficult, or you just have to really you gotta find where the parking brake is. That's always like the first thing. And then I never remember what button on my like thing to do that is the parking brake. So I'll often just use my mouse to click on the parking brake in the cockpit and turn it off. And once you have that off, all you need is the throttle and the other thing.
Have you done any of the big passenger planes? Like the Boeing?
They're too.
No.
I like maneuverability, you know.
Yeah, you want to spin, do some, donuts and all that stuff.
God, I have accidentally done a lot of barrel rolls before in a plane and made myself
sick,
almost kind of sick. Yeah.
You played the Top Gun mode part as well, right?
Yeah. I didn't do like there's like
The stealth one that's
levels,
really, really
if you will.
fast.
But I did,
Yeah.
So I tried to fly one of them. I couldn't figure it out at all. So I guess some of the planes are challenging. The supersonic one I couldn't figure out. But the one that they actually fly in Top Gun, at least the OG Top Gun, because I haven't seen the new Top Gun. Very fast and very fun.
The new Top Gun's amazing. Go watch it. But yeah, very fast. Yeah, I could see. I know one of my friends who has I want to say HTC Vive for ages ago, but he bought that game for Star Wars Squadron. So he bought the headset for Star Wars Squadron, and he has the full setup, just like you pretty much. I think he has something to do with the seat is different as well. There's like I don't know if it's an airplane seat or something.
It makes me want the Yaw 2 so badly.
That's the one he has. Yeah, the Yaw. Yeah. That's what he has. Yeah. He's kitted it out, but that's all he plays. He plays Flight Sim, he plays Squadrons, and he plays one more that's really, is it Eve Valkyrie? Yeah, that one's that's really popular. And he plays those 3 games on loop. I've heard Squadrons is really fun.
I think I played Squadrons with the controller. I went to play with the joystick, and it wants me to like set all the buttons or whatever up. Like I got it, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not spending the time to do this right now. I wanted to just play Squadrons. Just
play some Squadrons.
I'm gonna grab my Xbox controller.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, number 4 for me is Pistol Whip. Number 4 for me. I haven't played. I'm not gonna lie. I've not really played Pistol Whip properly for a while. I did jump into it a few weeks ago, but like not like properly how I used to play. But it has to be on my list because I love it. It's fantastic, and I'm not gonna lie. None of the songs I would play normally on my phone. I was about to say iPod, but like, that's ancient now.
The iPod Touch.
The iPod Mini. That was the first one I had anyway. But anyway, back to Pistol Whip. Fantastic game. I feel like they've flooded it with so much content that they just can't do any more content unless they wanted to bring more songs into it, which I feel like they should bring. They don't bring as many songs as something like Synth Riders or Beat Saber or anything like that, but they just keep flooding it with modes and customization options. And they've got like water guns. They've got guns which look similar to the ones from Man in Black. But just a really fun game. Another game that kind of use it for fitness, but it's not as as much as Still the Fight or Synth Riders. Beautiful physics. It's fun to do it with 2 controllers. There's one particular mode or a particular mode in the campaign that you can also customize the levels to do this, where you're not using any guns. Your guns just don't work, and you just have to fight your way through. And that is a sweat buster. That one gets you going.
Dude, I was gonna say they're all work the thighs when you're trying to like duck and dodge.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of squats.
Yeah, a lot of squats.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's my number 4, Pistol Whip. Another great game. I think we've said 2 rhythm games so far, which could easily say more. All right. So before you get into your top 3 honorable mentions, give me a couple of those or so.
All right. Honestly, Pistol Whip was one of my honorable mentions, so there you have it.
Nice.
Cubism.
Yep.
11
I was expecting
tennis.
that to be in your top 3, Cubism.
No. A game I have not finished or spent enough time in, but it's been amazing when I've gone into it, and I should, is Asgard's Wrath.
Yeah.
And another fairly new game, I'm going to go ahead and say Bocce Time.
Nice. Bocce.
yeah, Bocce. Sounds like a pasta.
Bocce, yeah. Gnocchi. Sweet. For me, honorable mentions would be, I would say some of the VR experiences, like the Wolves in the Walls, Paper Planes, what was the one that was the retro one? I don't have my list. I don't have it on in my hands, but I don't remember. Forget about it. But like some of those
Secrets.
Yes. Nice. The Retropolis, which I wish was so much longer because it's so good. Just way too short. But those little experiences, I just want to give an honorable mention to those because they are few and far between, but when they do come out, they're normally really good fun. I would say Midnight Noir is the one that I was slightly more disappointed about. It's still good, but it's used less interactivity and such. But yeah, Metropolis is probably my favorite one out of all of them. But yeah, I would give an honorable mention to that and to Vader Immortal's dojo mode in episode 2 because that's just I can spend hours in there. It's just so much fun. It's so much fun. Okay, perfect. Your top 3 in proper order here. Yeah, what is your number 3?
Thrice. We got Demium because does it get better than a 2 to 3 hour board game with friends, strategy, teamwork? It's simply just a gem. So much fun.
They have so many more modes now. They have 2D mode. They have hand painting figures. They have the hangout area. Yeah. They can now play 2-player rather than 4. And they still got.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's eventually going to be some paid DLC.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'll pick it up.
Yeah. The reason why Demia is not on my list is just because I just haven't played it enough. I just haven't played it enough. But yeah, excellent title though. Well worthy to be in a top 3, I would say. My number 3 is Saints and Sinners. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. I've played maybe 3/4 of this, still haven't finished it, but every time I jump back into it, sometimes I come back on it and go, I just want to start this from start again, get the full story. But when I did really get into it, it was phenomenal. I was completely immersed. I was completely immersed into the game. It used to be my nightly ritual. I always play Saints and Sinners, which is nuts. A weird thing.
So scary. It's so scary.
I don't personally find it that scary. Sometimes I get the jumps when I don't know, I'm coming around a corner, I'm opening a door and a walker is right there, and I'm just, there's 20 of them coming up the stairs all of a sudden.
I just get so overwhelmed. Yeah.
But I'm a little sick like that. I'm not gonna lie. I do like my horror, which is nuts that I still haven't played Resident Evil, because I just know I'll like it, but I'm just saving it for a time where I can play a bunch of it. But yeah,
you gotta play that cell shaded one too. Then I forget what it's called.
Lies Beneath.
Yeah.
No, I played Lies Beneath. That would say honorable mention. That was probably the second game I picked up. I have a YouTube video about it too. Which is no, I love Lies Beneath. It's really cool. But no, Walking Dead is just a step above for me. I really like the story. I think it's a really good story. I can't wait for the second one. I wish I have this on PC VR because I feel like it will look beautiful, and obviously more of the enemies will just stay there. They won't just disappear. But yeah, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and unless you're really don't like horror, I would say is a must buy. It's I feel like it's one of the only AAA games you can get on the Quest, especially on the Quest only. I would say that is probably
definitely one of the longest.
Yeah, 10-12 hour game, I think. 12 hours. But yeah. All right, your number 2. Where before you begin, I think I could guess your number 2 and number 1.
Yeah.
But our number 2, I feel like is going to be the same. So what is your number 2?
Number 2 is Walkabout.
My number 2 is Walkabout too.
Yeah. And I was going to say it needs no explanation.
No.
I'm pretty certain I've spent more time in this game
I've spent more time in this game than any other game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Than any other game in the last 2 years. Probably flat or VR. It might be close with my Among Us group, I guess, and Among Us, but Walkabout is probably up there.
I would say about this game, well, I mean, like you said, there's nothing really to say because we spoke about last week, spoke about every freaking week, but I was
freaking Bocce Time is pretty much based on it.
Bocce Time is based on it, and Bocce Time is really good because it's based on it as well, right? This game was gonna be my number 1 because I was like, it's got to be it. I play it the most every time. And no matter how I'm feeling, if I'm got the headset on, I'm always in the mood for it, or even my number 1, which we'll talk about in a moment, I have to be in the mood to play it. But Walkabout mini golf, any mood, they're so good. The Discord group is so active in it too. I think that's the game we play like 9 times out of 10 as well. Because it's so easy to pick up and it's so cool just to do just an easy mode. And then if anyone fancies it, let's do one more. Why not?
Now up to 8 too.
Now up to 8 courses. All the
No,
courses are
8
still.
people. 8 people.
Oh, 8 people. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
How many
yeah.
courses are
Way
there?
way more than 8, I think.
It's like
Honestly, I've lost count.
maybe 10 now. Yeah, maybe 10.
Yeah.
I feel like the hut needs to be expanded, or there'll be a second hut now moving forward. And then what? Meant to be another map every single month, starting from this month. Meant to be, so that's nuts. Yeah. How do you recommend if no one's if you think, oh, I don't really like golf, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This game is it's not a AAA game. It's an indie title, but it's like a AAA game. It's so good.
Yeah. This is one that I told my buddy to get for like months. He's like, "What VR? Like, I want to get back into VR. What should I get?" I was like, "Bro, get Walkabout." And then he finally got it when he was like, well, "I need something. I want to show my kid VR." And I was like, he understands mini golf. Like, he'll get
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So good. And the fact that is it 6-year-old cousin or
No,
is it
he's my college roommate.
college roommate?
Yeah.
Yeah. A 6-year-old, and he can still play it and has like a great time and gets addicted to it. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna bring a 2D version out for it anytime soon, but it's so good. It's just so
Yeah,
good.
they apparently they're still working on it.
They're still
So
working on it. I don't think
yeah.
it's top on the list though. I think the courses are top on the list.
It is not top of the list, to say the
No.
least.
Walkabout, excellent game. For so many different reasons, and I feel like it'd be a lot of our Discord members number one Walkabout, to be
Yeah,
honest.
up there. Certainly top 3, I believe.
All right. Honestly, I have no idea what your number one is. It's you said all the games that I think you will play. I don't know. Is it? I'm not sure. Maybe Beat Saber.
Yeah, maybe Beat Saber. Hey, Falcon. It is Synth Riders. It's a great workout, custom song support. It's one of my most played titles, probably up there with Walkabout, and one of the few I return to all the time. I've been like in the process of moving the last week and a half, and I was using a workout bike before, but it just like hasn't been able to happen. So I've just been getting in 45 minutes of Synth Riders and solid like 400 calories, and love it. Love it.
Phenomenal
Amazing
game.
songs.
Yeah, phenomenal. I remember there was a time when we started this podcast. I feel like the first 20 or 30 podcasts, you always mentioned it at least once. At least once.
PJ mentioned that.
Yeah, at least once. And everyone's like, this guy really loves his synth riders. I feel like that's why we got a good relationship with them, because they just know we're constantly just being like, yep, synth riders. Super underrated game as well. Like, I think because Beat Saber is so popular, it doesn't really get the light of day. And Meta doesn't do anything to try and push it. But phenomenal. And plus, most of their song packs that they come out are dope. What's more that's not been said already? It's a phenomenal game. All right. My number one. Do you know what my number one would be?
Nah.
No.
No, I don't actually.
My number one. My number one is really sad because I hardly can fit it on the Quest.
Oh. Now I know.
It's Medal of Honor. My number one's Medal of Honor.
Wow,
I don't know. I don't know why this game got bad press. I tried not to swear there. Freaking love this game. I was saying that Saints and Sinners makes me super immersed, and it does. I sometimes crouch down or whatever, it gets me immersed. Nothing's made me more immersed in VR than Medal of Honor. I can't even play it in my room. I have to play it in our like dining area because we've changed that into like a yoga room. I have to play it there because
you
I'm
mean
always...
a VR room?
Yeah, it's my VR room anyway. But I always crouch down. Sometimes I'm lying down if I'm like ducking around, because it does help a lot, because when you're trying to take cover, you have to actually take cover. There's no button that says take cover. You actually have to sit down or lie down. And I've seen my roommates look at me like, what on earth? And I was like, you don't know this game is so so immersive. Okay, there's some issues in terms of the story and such. It's not anything like that, but just on immersion alone, for me personally, it's my favorite game I've ever played. I loved it when it was on PC VR. I was lucky enough to run it. Some people have struggled, and I was like, I'm running it through a Mac Mini and
I
some
remember that.
bootleg Windows and such, but it still works great. But when this got announced for Quest, I was so excited. I've never been so excited for a game to come out because I just love being immersed in that world. I really like how the what do you call it? The reloading works. It's not too difficult, but it's not far in terms of accuracy. Yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful game. And it's a shame because I don't think they'll ever make another one because of how bad press it got. But yeah, I love every minute of it. And plus then they've got the grenade physics perfect. They've got that down, and they've also got this like docu series in there, which is with actual people from the war, which are just talking about their time, which actually I believe, got an award from some place, Sundance Festival or something like that for it. I can't remember. Lots of award places. Which won an award for it. So yeah, Medal of Honor would be my number one. I would play it way more if I didn't have a 64 gig Quest because it takes up every single ounce of that, right? It's like 50 something gig. I can fit that with maybe Chess Club and such, and it's a shame because that's the only reason why I'm not playing it as much is because I can't fit it on without having. I think Medal of Honor and Walkabout, throw in maybe a Supernatural is the most I can fit, and I don't really do that. I like to play a bit of this, a bit of that when I go into VR. So yeah, we'll come back to Medal of Honor and finish it soon. But there it is. There is our top 10.
Nice.
Wow. There we go. So that's our
Thank
top
you,
10
everybody.
VR games. Let us know what you thought about that list, and maybe tell us your top 3. You don't have to give us 10, but tell us your top 3. I'd love to hear it, especially those in the Discord. I'm talking to you. Kimberly, I want to see yours. I want to see yours, Dave. Dr. Hero, I want to see yours. Everyone, I want to see your not top 10 maybe, just give us your top 3. I'm really intrigued. I feel like Walkabout is going to be in that top 3 for pretty much all of those.
For sure.
But yeah, that is our top 10. Let's round off the podcast with a couple more things. We just have one news story to talk about and the game out this week. Start off with the news. I guess this is a little bit old news, but we haven't spoke about it, so I was just wondering what your thoughts were. The Quest 2 price jump. As speaking now, the Quest 2 is $100 more. It now starts at $400. $100 extra on a 2-year-old hardware, which is really unprecedented, but maybe Meta are not doing great. It comes with Beat Saber. That's how they're kind of justifying it. If you buy it at the end of this year. What were your thoughts on it? Because I thought this was pretty wild. It's a wild marketing move.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy. Doesn't really affect me. No. As I already own them. But yeah, I think they pinholed the market now, and there's not much competition. Mm-hmm. And I did read somewhere that the PS5 might increase in price. So
the actual PS5 or the PSVR?
Yeah,
the
PS5. So this might become a thing. But yeah, maybe. I think it's to when Cambria comes out, or the whatever they're calling it, the Quest Pro, it'll be closer in price to that, but still a heavy discount. And yeah, Beat Saber doesn't cost them anything to add, and they'll hope that you buy some DLC. So really, that's just like an investment on their part.
I saw someone tweet out, which I thought was very interesting, is that it'll be a great marketing move for them because they're $399 now, but when the Quest 3 comes out, probably next year, they can lower this back to $299 or maybe at $179 or something. So you still have an option to still, jump into VR at a much lower price, even though that was pretty much the price, not $179, probably like 200, 200 or so. So yeah, before. So I think I can see them how, you can do it like that. With the PS5 going in price, that's a bit crazy.
You should have bought the 128 and then waited till now to sell your 64. And for the same price as that 128.
Yeah, I did think about it. I was like, hold on, I could buy this. And I know Dave in the Discord was interested in the 64 gig too. That's like a second quest, but because of the PSVR 2, is that something that I'm definitely set on buying. I was like, and that's probably gonna cost $500 anyway. I was like, I'm just gonna save my money. I was like, I can make do. I'm gonna cry a little bit that I can't get Medal of Honor on here, which is my number one game, but it's fine. It is what it is. Because the PSVR 2's on the horizon. I'm just gonna wait for that. Because like I said, I think it's gonna cost $4.99 itself. But it's gonna be
games.
sick.
Games out this week.
Games out this week. Do you want to go for it?
Sure. Warplanes, Battles over Pacific. Coming out August 11th. I realized that you do it the European date. I was like, wait, this doesn't come out.
Oh yeah,
November.
I did buy it the European way. Normally I'm good. Normally I reverse it.
Don't worry, I'm cultured enough. I figured it out real quick. Warplanes, Battles over Pacific opens the next chapter in aviation history. Become a World War II pilot and take part in the campaign against the Empire of Japan. The sequel to the hit Warplanes World War I fighters takes dogfighting to a new level. Realistic graphics and intuitive controls enhance the gameplay experience. The new flight model will make you feel the power, speed, and handling of the most popular American and Japanese aircrafts. The technological leap between World War I and World War II made aviation the leading branch of the military and changed war forever until the nuclear bomb.
I was about to say, I was like, so, anywho, little touchy subject. I believe this game already came out on App Lab. I remember us talking about it. Highly reviewed. I think I want to say Dr. Hero in the Discord has the first one and was raving about it. He said it's so good. I'm pretty sure it was him. So yeah. I don't know if I'd buy it though. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, first one's pretty good. I played that for a few hours for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, sweet. Let's wrap the show. We've gone on for a while. I feel like been an hour so or whatever. So all right, let's wrap it up. 50th episode. Thanks everyone once again for listening. Every single listener, from listener number one, from listener who's just joining us now. If you're just joining us now, go back and listen to some of the interview ones with devs. They are pretty cool.
They're timeless.
Yeah, the dev ones are timeless. Maybe the news ones aren't as timeless, but the topics like this, are timeless. Samson, before we go, because we obviously did the top 10 VR games, I'm very interested to hear. I don't want to put you on the spot right now, but what would you say is your top 3 flat screen games? I'm gonna give you my list because I've thought about this. My number 1 is Super Mario Galaxy. My number 2 is Gears of War 2. And number 3 is a tough one because I could choose so many. But I would say my number 3 is Portal 2.
Damn, you're going all the way back too. I mean, yeah, Gears of War 2's got to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
Halo. I love it, but I don't know that I can. Rocket League's got to be up there. I played so much Rocket League, and then Among Us. I love Among Us.
Yeah, you do love Among Us. And November or December is your date.
Yeah.
No, that's a good top 3 without thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it.
It's as fast as I could. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Sweet. Catch us on Discord. Catch us on all the podcast platforms. Please share, and we will see you next week for episode 1, I guess.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Fitty one.